Hey guys, so today I have swatches of this. This is the Harvest Collection from Virago Varnish. I will link them down below so you guys can check them out, and I will get right on into the swatches. So the first polish is Mashed Yams, and this is a burnt orange with gold shimmer. So here is one coat of mashed yams on the bare nail. It's a little bit sheer on the first coat. You can still see the visible nail line, but the formula is really good. The consistency is really good on this. It's not so thin that it's running everywhere, but it's not so thick that you can't get it even either. And the first coat, considering it's a little bit sheer, it's not patchy at all. These also have a nice wide brush on them too, which I really like. So that is one coat of mashed yams on the bare nail. I will come back when this is dry for a second coat. So here is 2 coats of mashed yams on the bare nail. You can see that that gets completely opaque in 2 coats, and it also deepens the color quite a bit as well. And the shimmer comes out amazing on this. Maybe you can see a little bit of nail line in that. It's really hard to tell actually. The shimmer almost makes it too busy to know for sure. So there is 2 coats of mashed yams. The next polish is Crisp, and this is a light beigey nude cream. So here is one coat of Crisp. So you can see this one is sheer, a little bit sheer and streaky on the first coat. The formula is good though. It's not too thin, it's not too thick. So there is one coat of Crisp. I will let that dry and come back for a second coat to try to fix some of the streakiness. So here's 2 coats of Crisp. You can see it covers really well on 2 coats. The first coat was a little bit thicker on my pointer finger though, so we'll see if it does the same for this finger. That one is still a little bit streaky at the base of my nail, so I'll probably end up doing 3 coats, because like I said, on my pointer finger it was considerably thicker. So if you do thick coats, then you will be able to get away with 2, but I did thinner ones than the rest of my fingers, so I think I'm going to go ahead and do 3 coats on this one. So there is 2 coats of Crisp. It is almost opaque, but a little bit streaky still towards my cuticle, especially my middle finger. So I'm going to go ahead and do 3 coats. I'll let this one dry first. Okay, so here's 3 coats of Crisp. Kind of pointless on that finger because that finger was good. So that covers all of the streakiness, any of those patches that I had. So there is 3 coats of Crisp. The next polish is Maize, and this is kind of like a goldenrod yellow cream. And that is almost a beautiful, glorious 1-coat cream. I have a little bit of streakiness on my pointer finger, but it's so close to being 1 coat. Actually, that one came out perfect on 1 coat. The formula is really good too. Usually 1-coaters like this are really thick, and that's what makes them 1 coat. This one is not like that at all. So there is 1 coat of Maize. It is so close to being 1 coat, and I feel like if I was a little more careful with my application, it would be 1 coat. I just have a little bit of patchiness on my ring finger and on my pointer finger, but the other 2 are perfect. So I'm going to let that dry and come back for a second coat, but just know that if you were a little bit more careful than I am, you could probably get away with 1 coat of this. So here is 2 coats of Maize. And that covered everything perfectly. So that is 2 coats of Maize. I do still stand by that if you were a little bit more careful, you could definitely do this one in 1 coat with like full opacity. I just had a couple very minor streaky spots that I wanted to cover. So the next polish is Creamed Cranberries, and this is a gorgeous, like almost salmon colored pink cream. So here is 1 coat of Creamed Cranberries. This one is also really, really close to being 1 coat. Just get a little bit of streakiness. I don't even know if I consider it streakiness as much as just like patchy spots, which is probably the same thing. So there is 1 coat of Creamed Cranberries. I'm going to let that dry and come back for a 2nd coat. So here is 2 coats of Creamed Cranberries. That covers everything perfectly with 2 coats. The formula is really good on this too. Not too thick, not too thin. It's like the perfect consistency. And if you notice on these 2 nails, this does dry to kind of a semi-matte finish. It's not like a true matte, but it's definitely not glossy either. So there is 2 coats of Creamed Cranberries. I love this color. I am going to let that dry so you guys can see the actual finish of it since it doesn't dry glossy, and then I will come back. Okay, so that is Creamed Cranberries almost completely dry. It's not 100%. It will get a little bit more matte than this. It will lose a little bit more shine, but if I want to get this video up tonight still, then I'm just going to have to cut it short here. So I will put my swatch pictures in here so you guys can see how it actually dries. The next polish is Gust, and this is a kind of muted gray-blue cream. So here is 1 coat of Gust. And this is absolutely, undoubtedly a 1 coat polish. There's no streaking and there's no bald spots. And the best part about this, I'm really excited, is that it's not thick. And usually you can't get a 1 coat cream like this without it being on the thick side, but the formula on this is like perfect. But yeah, this is absolutely incredible. Perfect 1 coat cream. So that is 1 coat of Gust. This also dries to that same kind of semi-matte finish. I'll put my swatch picture that I posted to Instagram up so you guys can see that, but that is Gust. The last polish is Feast, and it is kind of a, I don't know, grayish, grapey purple color. So here is 1 coat of Feast. This looks like it's also going to be a 1 coater. And that is another perfect 1 coat cream. The formula on this one is actually even smoother than it was on Gust too. But this is just awesome. I'm so excited about 1 coat polishes. They just make my day. So there is 1 coat of Feast. This one also dries to a kind of matte, semi-matte-ish finish. And yeah, that is the entire collection, the Virago Varnish Harvest Collection. I will link Virago Varnish down below so you guys can check these out. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will talk to you later. Bye.